Hello, everyone. I'm Antonio Fantigrossi, a trader, finance expert, and creator of the blog FinBRT and the YouTube channel of the same name. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a fascinating topic that I covered in a recent article of mine: the philosophical implications of quantum entanglement and its surprising connections with the world of finance. But let's start from the basics. What exactly is quantum entanglement? In quantum physics, entanglement is a phenomenon in which two or more particles are connected in such a way that the state of each cannot be described independently of the others, even when they are separated by large distances. A measurement on one particle instantaneously influences the other, challenging our notions of causality and locality. As a finance enthusiast, I have been fascinated by the parallels between this phenomenon and the behavior of markets. Speaking of parallels, in my article, I mentioned the concept of egregor and mental entanglement. The idea of egregor refers to a sort of collective entity or thought form that would emerge from the shared beliefs and mental energies of a group. Some thinkers have suggested that collective thoughts and intentions can somehow aggregate into quasi-autonomous structures capable of influencing the world. While being a speculative concept, it has a certain resonance with the holistic view of entanglement in which everything appears deeply interconnected. Entanglement, in fact, challenges the reductionist view according to which a system can be understood only in terms of its parts. When two particles are entangled, they cannot be described separately. The properties of the entire system are not reducible to the sum of its parts. This favors a holistic view in which reality is a network of interconnections rather than a collection of isolated entities. In my article, I also make a fascinating reference to the concept of soulmates in relation to entanglement. It is a highly speculative idea, but some have hypothesized that entanglement might play a role in the deep emotional and psychological connections between people. If our minds were somehow entangled at a quantum level, perhaps this could explain those moments of deep connection and resonance that we sometimes experience with the people closest to us. Obviously, this is more of an evocative metaphor than a scientific theory, but it makes us reflect on how much we still don't know about consciousness and human relationships. Speaking of consciousness, entanglement also has implications for the so-called mind-body problem. Entanglement challenges the mind-body dualism, suggesting that matter and consciousness might not be separate domains but deeply interconnected. Some recent theories hypothesize that quantum processes in the brain, perhaps involving entanglement, could play a role in the emergence of consciousness. If consciousness were somehow entangled with the physical substrate of the universe, this would open up radically new perspectives on the nature of mind. It is interesting to note how these ideas of universal interconnectedness also find resonance in ancient philosophical traditions such as Hermeticism. Hermeticism and other esoteric traditions have always emphasized the idea of a deep correspondence and resonance between the various levels of reality, often synthesized by the motto, "as above, so below." Hermeticism sees the universe as an interconnected whole, animated by a sort of universal intelligence or mind. In a sense, entanglement seems to give new life to these ancient intuitions of cosmic unity and interdependence. But let's get to the heart of the matter. My theory of financial entanglement. The idea of financial entanglement is my personal speculation on how the principles of quantum entanglement can be applied, at least metaphorically, to the world of finance. In a globalized and hyper-connected market, the decisions and emotions of each individual trader could influence the entire system in subtle but pervasive ways, just as the measurement of an entangled particle instantaneously influences its partner. Financial markets could be seen as a kind of emerging collective consciousness, in which phenomena such as panic or euphoria are manifestations of this underlying entanglement. Obviously, this is more of a theoretical speculation, than a consolidated theory, but I believe it can offer interesting insights for rethinking the deeply interconnected nature of markets. What practical implications could this vision have for traders and investors? Understanding the dynamics of market interconnection could help traders better navigate complexity, perhaps intuiting certain trend reversals before they fully manifest. Moreover, the awareness of being part of a hyperconnected whole could encourage a more holistic approach that is attentive to the subtle relationships between the various factors at play. Finally, seeing markets as a deeply interconnected ecosystem could promote a greater sense of ethical responsibility in one's investment choices. In short, entanglement invites us to a broader and more multifaceted vision, not only of finance, but of reality itself. It challenges us to rethink many of our assumptions about the nature of reality, causality, and mind. It pushes us towards a more holistic and interconnected vision in which everything is in deep resonance. In today's hyper-technological and globalized world, I believe that this change of perspective is more necessary than ever, not only to better understand financial markets, but to build a more harmonious and conscious future for all humanity. And with that, I leave you, reminding you that reality is always vaster and more surprising than we believe. Never stop asking questions and exploring new perspectives in finance as in life. Keep following us on Finberit for more out of the box food for thought.